Alright, this is the MTG noob here. I'm here with Anthony, and this is his green-red aggro deck tech.
So yeah, basically, red-green aggro is pretty simple to play. You have your 8 mana dorks usually, although we decided to play a 9th one, arbor elf. We have rancors, which are pretty insane with strangleroot geist. Being able to turn 1 mana dork into a turn 2 strangleroot geist and a rancor is pretty powerful. 4 bonfire of the damned, which is one of the, in my opinion, one of the best red spells in the format right now. 3 wolfir avengers, a really solid creature at the 3-drop spot, especially since it has flash. It's pretty good against anything that's not a restoration angel, and even so, it's still fine because we have rancor. 4 huntmaster of the fells, again another powerful creature. 1 thrun, the last troll, wasn't very powerful before, but now again because we have rancor, you're able to get through a lot more often with thrun. And that was the problem before. You were always getting chump blocked by lingering souls tokens, moorland haunt tokens, and the like. 3 green sun zenith. We opted not to go with 4 because it was kind of awkward to have like 3 of them in your opening hand, 2 of them, and like not that many creatures to zenith for later on. The new additions for m13 that I believe are the most important are these: 1 thragtusk and 2 thundermaw hellkite. Thragtusk is very solid at getting you back in the game if you need the life. Being able to basically get value off of it at any point in the game, and again, another great creature to rancor. Thundermaw hellkite is probably the best card in the deck. In the first build of this red green aggro, I had 4 of these. I eventually wanted to play more 5-drops, the wolfir, silverheart, the thragtusk. But yeah, I kind of want 3 to be honest. 1 wolfir, silverheart, 23 lands. Nothing really special here, pretty much the norm. And that's pretty much it. We have 2 dismembers here just for extra removal to make way for restoration angels, blade splicer tokens. That's a really big problem with this deck that we've come to notice. We're really weak against first strike and restoration angels.
Now it seems, before we go to the sideboard, it seems like you're really high on rancor, but then how come in the main you're only running 3?
Primarily because you don't want to start with 2 in your opening hand and not enough creatures to put it on. You can also still get blown out by Vapor Snag, Gutshot. The Delver decks will Gutshot your Strangleroot Geist in response to the Rancor.
Okay.
But like having 1, sometimes 2 is fine. You never really want more than that, in my view.
Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about the sideboard. Just slightly move over. Now I'm going to stand on a chair and look like I'm crapping in the air again. That was fun. Alright, we'll start at the top.
Sure. We have 1 Garruk Primal Hunter, which is fine for the mirror. It's fine against the slower decks. It's another way of getting creatures on the battlefield. Basically what it's always been good at, generating advantage incrementally, drawing a bunch of cards if need be. The second Thragtusk is pretty much for the Delver matchups, the Vapor Snag matchups, the Wrath matchups, things like that. The 1 Phyrexian Metamorph has a little bit of everything. You can copy things like another Thragtusk. You can get more value off of your Strangleroot Geist. You can copy another Thundermaw hellkite. You can copy opposing legendary creatures, Thalia, Geist of Saint Traft. 1 Ancient Grudge, which is really good against miscellaneous equipment, pretty much. A Sphere of the Suns if you happen to run into Wolfrun ramp. It's just nice to have that insurance to deal with equipment should they leave it in. 3 Pillar of Flames, really good against Delver, Strangleroot Geist, anything with Undying, Dross Messenger. 2 Triumph of Ferocity. We have 2 Triumph of Ferocity because, well, the synergy with Wolfir Avenger is pretty insane since you can put the trigger on a stack and flash in a Wolfir Avenger since it checks if you have the highest or equal power upon resolution. It's also just good against like the Lingering Souls decks or anything that you know is not going to have more power than you on turn 2 or turn 3. Two Swords of Feast and Famine for the zombie matchup, the mono green matchup, which I felt was going to be really popular early in this format. Another thundermaw hellkite in the board because, as previously mentioned, I wanted more in the main, but there was no room. So I figured I'd put one in the board for the Lingering Souls decks, or any decks that have a good amount of flyers. Two Zealous Conscripts for basically anything that can, any singular threat, like a Tameo or a Gideon, or anything that's a big deal. You board these in. And another wolfir Silverheart for primarily the mirror, because the mirror is pretty much about going bigger than the other, and this really helps at doing that.
All right, Anthony, I just want to thank you for